He was 11 years old when they came. A boy from Asaka, a tribe in Nigeria, a quiet Igbo village in the lands where red earth clung to bare feet and the sky seemed close enough to touch. His name was Olaudah Equiano, the one who brings fortune. But on that day, fortune had no voice. They bound him with others, marched him through forest paths where the trees held their breath. He heard distant villages burning, felt the land itself weep under the boots of strangers. They dragged him west, to the coast of the Bight of Biafra, then sold him to a British captain. In 1756 he was thrown into the belly of a slave ship, chained with men, women, children, all swallowed by darkness and salt air. The ship moaned with sorrow. The ocean roared as if trying to swallow the guilt of its passengers. In that suffocating blackness, the boy made a vow: if I live, the world will hear this. He landed first in Virginia, then crossed sugar islands like Montserrat in the Caribbean. Each morning he woke to new names, new masters, new chains, but in his heart, he remained Olaudah. Then came a turning tide. On board HMS Ceres, working the decks and hauling cargo, he struggled and saved, every coin a drop of resistance. In 1766, with a handful of battered pounds, he bought back his freedom. He found his way to England, dusty London streets, ash-gray sky, the hum of a different world. There he learned to read, to write. The language of the oppressor transformed into a weapon of truth. In 1789 he published the interesting narrative of the life of Olaudah Equiano, laying bare the horrors of the Middle Passage, the screams that the world had tried to reduce to statistics. He described the shuddering decks, the stench of fear, the silent prayers of broken mothers, the saltwater tears of stolen children. That book became thunder in the halls of power. It shook the conscience of Europe. It stirred Parliament. It helped ignite the movement that would eventually bend the trade in human souls. The boy kidnapped at 11 had become a man whose voice broke chains. Now, listen to a passage from his book.
The closeness of the place and the heat of the climate added to the number in the ship, so crowded that each had scarcely room to turn himself, almost suffocated us. The shrieks of the women and the groans of the dying rendered the whole a scene of horror almost inconceivable. I received such a salutation in my nostrils as I had never experienced in my life, a smell so loathsome that with all my heart, with all my longing for home, I almost wished myself dead.
The world remembered the Middle Passage in numbers, ship logs, cargo holds, arrival manifests. But through him, the world remembered it in sorrow, in anger, in the living memory of the enslaved. And every sentence he wrote was a drumbeat echoing across centuries, saying, "We were human, we are human, and no empire can erase our stories."